What is up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, I was actually... Oh yeah, welcome back to Rise of the Ronin. When I ended the last video, I thought I would have to do all that over again. But it looks like from when I revived, I checked the map, and it looks like it just started me back at this part here, and it looks like I have all of my resources back except for flames. So that's actually a huge plus, because you know, if this was Elden Ring, I'd have to start all the way from the jump. Let me see if I got any more flashbangs. I don't think I have any more flashbangs, do I? It would be in secondary weaponry. I have 5 in number. Let me see. Oh, okay, yeah, I do. I still have some. Okay. Alright. So it looks like, and another thing I noticed, I'll just put this in the intro. I might get the worst ending possible. Like, I helped the anti-shogunate. I helped all these guys that I'm fighting right now. Like, the dude that killed me last video, that's the one that I just helped get over his tuberculosis. And now we're out here fighting. You know? So it's like, I think I did everything wrong. I think I may have done everything wrong.
Don't worry about me.
I just need to take my time so that I don't, you know, so that I don't run out of all of my resources. Because this is actually where I need to go, up here.
Steady now. Keep it together. So you came. You deal with that. Mr. Kano. Ready, Diva.
I've seen enough to know they're not pushovers. So,
Don't you understand this?
I'm sorry, bro, but I gotta take you out. Sorry, bro.
Curse you. There's no going back from this.
Why are y'all not swinging at this guy? what I wonder. I'll parry that, but whatever. Okay, so let me just pick somebody else because apparently they're not going to swing unless I swing.
That someone of their abilities would serve Tokugawa.
Can I even use my horse here? I can, good. So let's go ahead straight to the Tokugawa. I mean, to the headquarters. Well, we'll let them fight since we've already done the sub quest. Yeah, so it looks like the only one left is up here. I just did, boy. I'm about to say, where y'all going? Yeah, get off that horse, boy.
We need to regroup.
You need to fight, bro. Why are y'all not fighting? I don't understand that. If your allies fought like the enemies, you wouldn't have any issues. I'm surprised that merchant ain't here. Stop. Now I gained some weaponry. Let me see what. I really should have sold all this stuff. I almost have 2,000 weapons right now. Heaven's Breath Greatsword and Hero's Greatsword. No. So it's just a bunch of Greatswords, which I'm not using currently. I mean, I guess I could use an Odachi. I'll use an Odachi. Okay, where are we supposed to be going? Up here. Yeah, is that merchant around? I guess not. But they got Destiny Bond music going on and everything. Oh boy, who am I gonna fight now? Is it the Satsuma dude?
To battle!
Come! Bear witness to the unyielding Choshu spirit.
So much for the unyielding Choshi spirit. Get off that house, boy. Oh, this is... Oh, didn't I just get through helping you heal what's his name? How did that reach me from way over there? See, that's what I'll be talking about, dude. What you got, boy? Come out from behind there. I think it's over for you, bro. Swing, y'all, swing. Why are y'all not swinging at all?
You want to finish it? I see. I owe you again.
You owe me, bro. What are you talking about? Like, I actually... So it looks like Katsu is the last Joker to fight. Oh, and that Saitama dude, Saigo dude.
Who are you?
So it was you who kindled the flames of war? Well, you certainly wasted no time.
You know that, bro.
Come waltzing in here. You sorely underestimate us.
No, actually, I need lightning.
Quickly become prey. You're prepared for the worst, I trust.
Before you leave.
I have to do better about parrying, man.
We both know each other well. The burden on my shoulder is different from before.
parrying that? What are you doing? So it appears my teammates have been getting their tails moved. Now where's Katsu? Wait, where am I at? Man, target the other guy. I mean, it's such an easy concept to grasp.
We need to regroup.
Now I got something for you.
This country will be. Don't have time for uninvited guests. Come, let's finish it quickly.
Say goodnight.
We should have won you over. Whatever it took, we should have made you ally.
Well, guess what? You didn't, partner.
So this is the end.
Could this be the gods at work? Katsura, let's head to the front.
Minamoto has brought his ship around. Please, you must escape to Edo. Never! If I flee now, the shogunate's over! But that's exactly what they're hoping for. Should you fall to your enemies here, war will rack the entire nation. Lord Katamori, if you would. You burn with a desire for vengeance. Allow us to quench those flames.
This is not over.
Oh, and now you're gonna run away? Now
The
you...
enemy's commander has fled. Now is the time. The heavens have granted us our chance.
The Shogun's troops are on the verge of retreat. Let's give this everything we have! Fire!
So we did all that for nothing.
Kondo, you should fall back. Look after Brunei. I will stand with you.
is over. But I live by the blade, or not at all. It is the end for us old samurai. Doshi, you and the others must now become samurai for a new age. Now, go! Sabrune.
Shogunate forces outnumbered the enemy. With the retreat of the Shogun, defeat was at hand. Riding high from its victory, the revolutionist army began its march on Edo.
That's another thing I meant to mention in my intro. I started to wonder why this story switched up so badly. Right? Like, I heavily favored the Shogunate this whole game. And even now, as you saw, I went and I beat every revolutionist. I beat them all. And then I went and beat the leaders, Saigo and Katsura. And yet somehow the Blade Twin does the same to the Shogunate and causes the Shogun to flee. But when I beat the two heads of the anti-Shogunate, they don't flee. They keep running. They keep fighting. And so I was wondering, why did this happen? Right? To be sure, the writers of this story couldn't have been this incompetent. So I looked up, and another thing too is like, to be sure, your choices are not that insignificant. At this point, my choices, none of the choices I made have mattered, except for helping Ine make the cure for tuberculosis and offering the American girl some soil so that she can make some too. Because I realize now it wasn't Ine, but it was the American girl. She apparently made a cure as well. And that's where they got the cure for Soji from. But I actually looked up Ryoma Sakamoto, and turns out he's actually he was actually a real person in history who was a samurai. And apparently, according to history, he was assassinated in that place where the Blade Twin supposedly tried to kill him. And everybody's like, he's going to keep his eyes closed, and when he wakes up, he's going to see the new Japan or whatnot. Supposedly, historically, that's where he was actually assassinated. He was, apparently, he fought to change Japan for real. Like, but he didn't do it like physically. He was actually like a politician. And apparently he was making some headway. And the thing that made me curious was when he said that eight shipboard proposals thing. I looked that up, and apparently that actually happened, or it's something similar to it actually happened. So apparently it looks like what they tried to do was they tried to take a real moment in Japanese history, right, and make a real timeline, apparently from 1885 to like 1889. And what they tried to do was they tried to create a game where you as the player would make a choice that could alter history. Right? So apparently there's a historical timeline here, but they tried to give an option for the player to change the real historical timeline, which I have no idea which one is real, whether or not the Americans got there in the 1800s or the British. I'm assuming it was the British, because of that TV series, The Shogun. And in the 1600s, a dude from Britain actually helps the remaining people of the Shogun to fight off the Portuguese and stuff. So, what I believe happened here, why I believe this story got so messed up and twisted, is they made a plot for the actual historical timeline. And then they tried to make a way for you to deviate or alter the timeline. And apparently if you altered the timeline, then they what I think happened is by the time you get to Edo, they realized, okay, some stuff in Yokohama would not have been possible if the timeline was altered to this degree. So now we have to force the player to go back towards this decision. For example, a prime example here, the revolutionists won even though we massacred their entire army. But for some reason, the revolutionists win. And they were probably thinking this or certain things that were done in Edo could not have been possible if the revolutionists didn't win this particular battle. So then they realized, okay, we made this mistake, so now we need to kind of veer the player back into the historical timeline, even though they made all these choices that alter it. I'm pretty sure that they originally had a plan for the shogunate to keep going, but somehow it got twisted up in the actual historical timeline, and they forced the player to, as you saw just now, I was on the shogunate side, and the revolutionists still won, even though we won. We won the battle. The shogunate still lost. So I think that's why the story got twisted up. And they tried to add like this veiled edge part of it. But I think that's why they what they should have done was made one plot for historical accuracy and then made the choices and changes based on how the player makes their decisions. It makes no sense to me that I've followed the shogunate this long and yet all of my choices benefit the anti-shogunate. That makes absolutely no sense to me. And that's the only logical explanation I can come to with this.
In disarray after their defeat at Tobafushimi, the remnants of the shogunate army flee to Edo in their commander's wake.
And that's another thing. In disarray after their defeat at Tobafushimi, I'm assuming this actually happened in history. They were actually, the shogunate were actually defeated. But because I sided with the shogunate, this time around, the shogunate would have actually won. But they found no way to put that in the game where it would alter the historical fact. And so they were forced to push the player back to the historical fact. You saw that battle. We did not lose.
Emboldened by their victory, the revolutionist army heads to Edo, intent on delivering the final blow to its enemies.
At this point, I'm just done, bro. Like, just get on to the main story. I don't even want to do any more character quests because it seems like nothing I've done has mattered at all. The Battle of whatever. Nothing I've done has mattered at all. I don't see any more character quests anyway. So I'm gonna move ahead with the story quest. But yeah, I'm pretty much ready to be done with it. I can't believe they've ruined it like this. But I'm just gonna keep a positive attitude until I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to keep a positive attitude until the end. I'll put it like this. I'll be satisfied if I could just kill my Blade Twin. I'm sorry. The one thing that annoys me the most, can you imagine if I'd have killed Katsura, if they'd have let me kill Katsura during that time when we killed that second Shoei Nishida blew himself up, this would not have been possible. I mean, this would, because remember the Satsuma clan had sided with the Shogun. And they actually, the main quest was for me to ally the Satsuma and the Choshu. Why? So that I can go back to the Shogunate and have to fight 2 people instead of 1? Now, how much you want to bet? I wonder, you know what? I actually do wonder what would have happened if I'd have joined the Choshu. Would my Blade Twin have attacked Katsura and Saigo and actually beat both of them by herself? It's one thing she beat the Shogun because the Shogun is trash. He can't fight. I whooped the Shogun myself. But if she'd have beat Katsura and Saigo by herself, then you know the story is trash.
So you came.
I guess Kondo's dead, huh?
Gather the troops quick. We too must make for Edo.
I'm glad to find you among the living. His Highness has retreated to Edo. The Shinsengumi and Denshutai remain in Kyoto, but cannot continue the fight without the Shogun's orders. They'll have to retreat.
It's only thanks to Kondo that I've managed to keep my head on my shoulders. I owe it to that samurai to keep fighting.
Wait, why are you here with the French, though?
In this case, my nationality is irrelevant. I speak as my heart demands.
I'm about to say, what did the French have to do with any of this? What happened to Kondo?
I witnessed him enter the battle, but that was the last I saw. I hope to goodness he's alive, but... Now I have seen the soul of a true samurai. Wherever he is now, that soul burns brightly in me.
Man, I'll stick you in your mouth. Well, you know what I want to. You know what I want to see. I want to see a video game based off of the story of Zoro. That would be awesome.
My goodness, never did I think the day would come when I would exchange such words to you. There is something I must tell you. The one who attacked the Shogun was none other than a Demon Claw samurai.
So they turned up here as well. Katsu told me to be ready for anything.
Monsieur Katsu saw this coming, did he? Well, he just barely managed to help His Highness escape.
Dude!
That monster will doubtless pursue Lord Yoshinobu. Are you ready to leave for Edo now?
Dude, that's another thing. Katsu fought off me and Ryoma. He did not beat me. But he fought off me and Ryoma. And the only reason why I didn't kill him was because he put Ryoma, he had a blade to Ryoma's neck. But all of a sudden, he's gone for all of Edo? I mean, Kyoto? Until the end where the Shogun's about to die. That's crazy, bro.
Then we'll depart right away.
Katsu's band is headed to Edo already. One step ahead as usual. We'll join forces when we arrive there.
Also, I had, 5 times to kill my Blade Twin and the game wouldn't let me do it?
The Shogun's life is not in danger, but still, he must rest up for now.
I just can't understand it. Why didn't we stand and fight? With my fleet, it was a battle we could have won.
We were following the Shogun's orders. He did not wish for us to fight. And frankly, Enomoto, I believe he means to lay down his very life for the million citizens of Edo.
And you will allow this? You are a samurai! Is it not your duty to protect your lord and master?
It is indeed. And that's why I have a very important job for you. Inamoto must take His Excellency and his men to safety overseas. The people of Edo, too, should use what ships they have to escape.
Escape, you say? You can't be serious.
After that, we will set Edo ablaze. I have already told Chief Tatsugoro of the firefighters our plan. We will destroy anything useful to our enemies. When they are weakened, we'll have a chance to negotiate.
You really mean to sacrifice Edo?
If Edo were to become a battlefield, it would be utter carnage. Countless citizens would perish. No, this is the only way.
Burn the whole city, huh?
The restoration is nigh, and all shall burn. The Sekihotai will see it done.
The Seki, what? I don't even care. I'll stop trying to make sense of it. Oh, shut up. I don't care about the unruly areas. Pros, whatever, dog. Whatever. So basically what you're telling me... Oh my gosh. And what is this? Public disturbance caused by Ronin. Alright. Hold on, what is this? A priceless treasure. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fight all this stuff off camera. Collection complete. Oh, collection's complete for all of this? Well, I'm gonna clear all of this off camera. And then I'm gonna come back and finish the video. Actually, I'm at 40 minutes right now. I think I'm at a good stopping point, especially considering how agitated I am right now. Let me see. Building a nation. Oh my gosh. How are you going to build a nation by... You know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Strengthen your bond with Ito and Yamagata. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get something to eat for dinner. I'm going to watch a couple of videos. Then I'll probably jump back in here and clear all of this whatever they call themselves, territory that has been gone the whole game, mind you. And now they finally show up. So what, were they her original subordinates? First she's with the Americans. Then she's with the British. Then she's with the Shogun. Now she's back with the British. And now she's with the Sekigahara, whatever they are. And I'm telling you, I believe it's because they tried to stick to historical accuracy. And the choices the players were making, like my choices, would not make historical sense. So they were like, okay. Push the story back this way. We don't care anymore. Push the story back this way. Oh man, I'm sorry, but this frustrates me to no end. Because, I mean, and then you have like, I don't want to go on a rant, but you have games like Elden Ring, right? In Elden Ring, I spent, I kid you not, over 177 hours exploring that entire map, and I had a blast. And then I get to the end, and I beat the Elden Beast, only to realize the Tarnished is a courtesan, a courtesan, or pretty much he's supposed to be the Marika's husband. So I did all that to marry the person who created all this carnage in the first place. And I was like, man, everything about Elden Ring is great except the story. The story is trash. And then I get here, I was really into the story of the anti-shogunate versus the shogunate. Honestly speaking, you know what I would have rather them do? Rather than make me and my blade twin part of the Veiled Edge, what I would have rather them have done was either make me a lone samurai and let me choose anti-shogunate and then be stuck in the anti-shogunate side of things for the rest of the game, or choose to be shogunate and be stuck in the shogunate side of things for the rest of the game. Because giving me the choice meant nothing. Like, giving me all these choices meant nothing. When I chose, like, right now, with as bland as this story has become, I'm starting to think that it doesn't matter that if I'd have stuck with Perry instead of letting the British take influence. I'm starting to think it wouldn't even have mattered. It would have been the same blueprint. The Americans with E would have went and fought against the revolutionists and lost, just like now. And then Perry would have picked Katsu to help him out. And we'd be right here at this same spot. It'd be the exact same blueprint, except replace the British with the Americans. That's what I feel like would have happened. Unfortunately. And like I said, maybe I'm just too ambitious of a person, but I would have done this story so much differently. But I would have done it in a way where the choices would have mattered. For another example, Taka and Katsura, when you go to attack Harris, just to find out where the Blade Twin is, if you would have picked Katsura, it would have ended up in the same spot. I would, if I were a betting person, I'd bet everything I had. It would have ended up with the same cutscene, but instead of going back to Taka, you'd have went to Katsura and said, you know what, I saw my Blade Twin. As a matter of fact, you end up eventually going back to Katsura anyway and telling him that the Blade Twin was there. That's how I know. I know. I'm ranting on and on. But if I rant like this, it's because I really enjoyed a game and this whole story has just ruined it for me. I'm at the point mentally where I am not invested in the story anymore. Now it's just a matter of beating the game. And that's unfortunate, because I was super invested, even through Edo, even through Kyoto with the Ryoshingumi and the Shinsengumi. I was invested. And then to find out, and yeah, I actually went and did the research. It does not matter what choice you make, Taka still gets assassinated. I guess you just, you know what? You just gotta take what you get, you know. You gotta take what you get. It still doesn't take away from the fact that the combat system is amazing. It doesn't take away from the fact that off camera I enjoyed wiping out all these public disorders and stuff like that. I'm still giving it its props for that. Just like with Elden Ring. I enjoyed Elden Ring. Dude, I'm telling you, some of my most fun moments in that game is staying up at night and finding a dungeon and just exploring that dungeon to see what I find. And unfortunately, this story, again, I'm checked out. I'm sorry to say, but I'm checked out. Only thing I care about with the story now is that my Blade Twin dies. If my Blade Twin doesn't die, I give this game an F. For the story alone. But if I at least get to do that, if I at least get to make that choice, then I'll be cool with everything else. That's gonna be it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And until next time, you guys know what to do. Stay blessed.